Hello, families. Coming to you again. Just wanted to share a few things with you. First of all, last week in your child's folder, you would have seen these papers that came from Highlights magazine. I know that most people are not interested in getting the highlights, and that is absolutely fine. But just for filling out your form, even if you mark no and then returning it with a signature, lets us get credit to get some classroom prizes that we can put in our prize box and give to your child during the day for different treats and rewards. For example, stickers and other tokens that they can earn. So if you don't mind, if you still have this, would you please fill it out? Even if your answer is no and you don't want it, fill out no and return it with your signature. Put your child's name somewhere on it. That way I know that they can be accounted for. And that's all the information that you need. I mail the no responses back, and then they send me surprises. Another thing, just real quick, the Epic. The reason that we sent home the Epic is actually free for teachers and for us to use in the classroom. So throughout the day, if we give your student a task to complete, reading a book or their need to read for several minutes, they can log into Epic and they can read for free with my account. So, but the way that they get to do that is simply by us sending home the flyer to you guys and offering it an opportunity for you to do that. There's wonderful nonfiction text in there, and some great stories in there, some things that are actually really popular stories that we read a lot at school. So you really might want to give it a try, just because I know that if you don't have a lot of books in your home, but you do have technology, that is a great way for you to put books. And I know a lot of people do it online. And I will also tell you that I actually don't buy books at all. I use my library card to borrow books from the library. And there is an app called Overdrive, and you can actually use your library card to go online and borrow digital books from the library that your child can read on a tablet or a device. So those are all things that can be helpful to you. Also, very important about their folder. When we send home the folder on Monday, it is super, super, super important for us to get it back on Friday. We put a new book in this every Monday for your child to have for the week. Today's book that goes home this week is called The Moon. Last year we did this book because we were getting ready to have the eclipse. And so if you were in the area last year, you might have seen the eclipse. I know I went to the park and we all, there was a group of us out there and we had our glasses and we got to see the eclipse. Well, if you go outside tonight, you'll probably see a full moon. And the moon and the moon phases are first grade standards. So looking at the moon and looking at the night sky are things that we will talk about, and it's a part of our social studies, well, a part of our science curriculum. So I hope that you will take an opportunity this week to go check out the moon and see how it is going to change over the next several days. And don't forget to read that book, but return it in the envelope on Friday. It's got to come back on Friday. Also, I have some questions about the homework. Please remember that homework, you get it on Friday and it does not have to come back until the following Friday. So on this past Friday, you should have received a math sheet that was front and back. And then you should also have received a reading sheet that were stapled together. And those do not have to come back to school until Friday, this coming Friday. And then on Friday, in their folder, we will send you next week's homework. Now, the great thing about you getting it on Friday is when we don't have school, like we don't have school next Monday, that is a great thing for them to do and go ahead and get that taken care of and finished for the week. I don't care if you do the whole thing at one time or if you do all of it, or if you do it one page at a time or a few problems at a time. It really is up to you. What I do encourage you is to please do not overstress your child. If they do not like to do homework, then you forcing them to do it all at one time is probably not a good idea. So if you could refrain from letting them do it if they're tired, just give them another day. As long as it's back by Friday, it doesn't have to be completed all at one time. And I do that for multiple reasons, but the main one is that I know that we all have a life outside of school, and if you've got something going on and you don't have time to do homework today, you've got it there. It's all week that you've got to do it, so just do a little bit extra tomorrow. So I hope that you find that helpful and that you have a great week. Thank you.